The first time I came to the Dáil was on the 9th of March 2011. And I suppose, like any first-time TD, I was nervous. I was finding my feet and I was trying to get used to this place and all the new faces around me. I saw this young lad walking around the place and I said to myself, sure, he must be on a school tour or on work experience. So you can imagine my surprise a few moments later when I saw him standing up to nominate Enda Kenny as Taoiseach. It took me a few weeks to make my maiden speech. He did it on day one, and I think anybody who heard him that day knew from the start he'd go far. Can Corla, I've got to know Simon Harris very well over the last 13 years, and it's a great honour for me today to propose him to be our next Taoiseach. Contrary to popular belief, Simon didn't always want to be a politician. When he was younger, he actually wanted to be a vet. But of course, life, as we all know, takes us in different directions. Only yesterday evening, I was at a meeting in Monaghan along with Minister Rabbitte, Deputies Niamh and Brendan Smith and Senator Robbie Gallagher, where we heard stories of difficulties being faced by the parents of children with autism. So it's certainly not lost on me that I'm standing here today nominating somebody to be Taoiseach who, because of their own life experience, was first inspired to get involved in politics to help people with autism and their families. And it's that sense of simply wanting to help, of breaking down barriers and making life better for people that drives Simon Harris. I know under his leadership we're going to see a major focus on improving supports for people with disabilities, and that is something I very much welcome. I have served alongside Simon in 3 different cabinets, and I have witnessed firsthand the qualities and the strengths that I know he will bring to the office of an Taoiseach. He is somebody who listens and works with people, and he's always willing to take on new ideas. He has endless amounts of energy. He is someone who cares deeply about improving services for families, for delivering opportunities for our young people, and creating the kind of society that we all want to live in. In our country's darkest hours during the pandemic, Simon Harris displayed real leadership. He made the difficult decisions, and those decisions saved lives. In his role as Minister for Further and Higher Education, Simon has shown that regardless of your background or where you come from, everyone deserves an equal opportunity in life. And unlike those who will shout loudest today, Simon Harris was not born with a silver spoon in his mouth. I know today is a proud day for your family, Simon, and I want to acknowledge in particular your wife, Keifa, your 2 beautiful children, Saoirse and Cillian, and of course your parents, Mary and Bert. From my experience, taxi drivers normally have their fingers on the pulse. So, if I was to give you one piece of advice today, Simon, make sure you listen to your father. Can Corla, before I conclude, I want to acknowledge the contribution that Leo Varadkar has made to Ireland. Leo was the Taoiseach this country needed when the pandemic hit us. The work he, along with Simon Coveney, put in day and night during the Brexit negotiations to ensure that there would be no return to a hard border on our island will never be forgotten. He is handing over a country at full employment and with a budget surplus. Of course, challenges remain and work goes on. Simon Harris is the right person to help Ireland face those challenges, and I am very proud to nominate him for the position of Taoiseach. Gura maith agat.